All right, we're going to start slope-intercept form today. So I'd like you to take notes and answer the questions as they come along. All right, so we're going to talk about slope-intercept form now. Yesterday we talked about identifying slope for 2 points and how to graph with slope. So it says here linear lines or linear equations are frequently written in slope-intercept form. So there's a form that we can identify that a line or equation of a line is written in slope-intercept form, which would be this: y equals mx plus b. So that's going to be an equation. If you see it like that, that's written in slope-intercept form. Now we've seen x and y before, and we've also seen the m. So from our previous lesson, m represents our slope. And then the b represents our y-intercept. And our y-intercept, remember, that's a location where the line crosses the y-axis. So in the examples here, it says, given the slope and the y-intercept, write an equation in slope-intercept form. So for number 1, our slope would be 2, and b, our y-intercept, would be -1. So that as an equation would look like this: y equals 2x minus 1. So all we're doing is replacing the slope, and which is m, and b, the y-intercept. So that would be an equation written in slope-intercept form. Number 2, your slope is -3/5, and your y-intercept is +4. So that would be y is equal to -3/5 x plus 4. I'm going to skip examples 3 and 4. Let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 says the slope is 1/4, but the y-intercept is 0. So we can write that as y is equal to 1/4 x plus 0, but we know that anytime that you're rounding by 0, you can also leave it as y is equal to just 1/4 x. You don't have to have the plus 0, but if you did, all represents the same thing. Okay, so now our next examples are 7 and 8, where it says, given the graph, identify your slope and y-intercept of the line, and then write the equation in slope-intercept form. All right, so we know just from our previous examples, if we have slope and y-intercept, we can write an equation. So that's what we're going to look for given the actual graph. So for number 7, I have my y-intercept, down here. All right, I have my y-intercept down here, and my y-intercept looks like it's 1, 2, 3, -3. All right, now for the slope, remember that's your change in y over your change in x, how many times you go up or down versus how many times you go left or right. So for my y-intercept, I have to go up 1, 2, and then over to the right 1. So I went up 2 and went over to the right 1. So my change in y is up 2, change in x over 1. My slope then is 2. So my slope for this line is 2. My y-intercept is -3. So my equation would be y is equal to 2x minus 3. All right, let's take a look at number 8. So number 8, my y-intercept looks like it's here. And that's going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my slope is 7. My y-intercept is 7. All right, now I'm going to figure out my slope. So I have to go down. If I went up 7, that's down 6 here. And then I have to go over 1, keep touching the screen here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over to the right 4. So my slope is -6 over 4. Now remember, we're going to simplify slope. Leave it as a improper fraction, but simplified. So that's -3 over 2. Now, I use this point that was given, but remember, you can use any point on this line that goes through a grid line, and sometimes when you get the closest point, it's already simplified. So that equation is going to be y is equal to -3 over 2x plus 7.